Brave Business on YouTube. We're here with another friend that we would love to introduce you to today. And so please, our friendly guest, tell us who you are and a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I am Sunny Logsdon, and I have been a marketer forever. And what I do is I go in and I work with businesses to create their strategies, and then I help them to find the right marketer that can come in and implement those strategies. And then I train the marketer and send them off on their merry way to grow the business.
It's an awesome niche. I love it. Do you say, first question, do you say niche or niche?
Yeah, I say it differently every single time. I'm like, how
We do too.
how do you say it? I'll say it the way you say it.
I say niche. Sarah says niche, and it has been an ongoing conversation. Which one do you say? So whatever just comes out of my mouth on the moment's the one you're getting.
Right. Yeah. And half the time it's like I say niche, whatever.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
In
You
my
get what we're
head,
trying to
it's
say.
niche, but when I am talking to somebody, I'm like, unless you say niche, and then I'll adapt.
Somebody needs to
I love
figure
it.
it out.
It's true.
What is your favorite color, and how does it make you feel?
I am gonna say like a light blue, and it makes me feel at home because my grandmother had light blue all over her home.
Oh, that's a great response. How many hours do you work in a week?
It is always changing, to be really honest with you. I would like to say that I work 30 and that's what I go for, but I actually have been working with somebody. Her name is Dr. Samantha Hayatakis, and she's amazing. And she's really been helping me to get super real about my calendaring and to calendar in those things that I can't control. And I realized, oh, I don't quite have 30 hours a week. And so, it ebbs and it flows. Sometimes I need that 30 hours. And so I've got to do it at night. I've got to do it a little bit on the weekends. But right now, I'm just in that world where I have kids and you just kind of never know what's coming up.
Yeah, I feel that.
Calendaring is such an interesting exercise in self-reflection, I think.
It is.
When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be an anchor on television.
Oh, I could totally see you doing that.
You guys,
Could you not see her doing that?
it is
Totally
so
could.
embarrassing. In my senior yearbook, I basically say that, in 30 years, I'm going to have my own show called Sunday Mornings. And so then when I started my podcast, I'm like, I need to just call it that.
I love that so much. Who is your business mentor?
Oh, that is really, really hard because I feel like I have had many depending on the stage and age of my business. And I mean, right now, I'm just going to go with the person right now that's helping me the most, and that would probably be Dr. Samantha. She is like a peak performance expert, and she is a doctoral psychologist. And so it's really fascinating because she takes like all the biology and neurology and she helps to help you understand the way that you can best work, the way that you can be the most impactful and effective. And we've only been working together for a few months, but honestly, as a creative brain who would like to be a little bit all over the place, but also I'm type A, so it's like this weird mix. She's been really amazing.
I love that.
That is so relatable. What is some of the worst advice you've ever received?
Okay, so we've all received a lot of bad advice if we've been around long enough, One of the ones that's kind of ironic because I'm now in the hiring space is to hire earlier than you think you're ready. Now, that might be true, but I feel like I hired too early. And I tell people, if you are truly starting a business and growing a business, you need to know each part of the business before you hand it off. And if you hand it off too early, you can't teach the person how to do it. And plus, you don't know what's going on in that part of your business. And that's not a smart decision.
That is a great answer. I feel like so many people need to hear that for sure. What is one of your biggest pet peeves? This is one of my favorite questions.
Oh man, I wish I had known you guys were going to ask this because I feel like I would have come up with like a really good one.
We like to take you by surprise.
I know, because now I'm like, I have so many, I'm sure that I just can't think of any. You know what? I'm going to go with like an industry pet peeve. I am really tired of people telling us how much money they make online, because I know you don't act like that's so misleading, because is that your revenue? Like, is that your net revenue? Like, what is that number that you're talking about? And it just feels false to me. And so I don't think I can ever get on board with that. Like, if you guys see me ever do that, can you just call me and remind me that I shouldn't do
Just
that?
check
'Cause
on you.
yeah, just be like, are you okay?
Another piece of that really bugs me, and we love calling out stuff that's toxic in online business, so this is like such a good,
Specifically
so on
coaching.
brand, so on brand for
Yeah.
us, is profitability. So even if that is a revenue number, even if you're clear about where the revenue came from and whatnot, you're not clear on the profitability. And so many people are not profitable. Their expenses are out of this world, especially when they're preaching these like massive coaching and learning investments. And they're talking about how much they spend on that. And it's like, so then you're not very profitable, are you? Which is just kind of, that's a little spicy of me, but it is what
No,
it
it's
is.
so
So
true. It feels like smoke and mirrors to me. I mean, it's like, if you are actually trying to teach us, and there are some people that really do let you behind the scenes, and they really do talk about like, this is my revenue, but these are my expenses. It's not as glamorous as it sounds. And like, thank you for doing that. But let's just not throw out the big numbers and try to pretend like that's what we're putting in our bank account.
Yeah.
What is the most recent podcast you listened to?
Marketing Unfiltered, because I was a guest on it this week. And so I was listening to it to get a sense for.
Wait, so were you listening to yourself?
No, I was listening prior to being interviewed. I'm trying to grow in my ability to listen to myself, because that's the only way we get better. But it's so cringy
True.
to have to listen to your own voice.
I love listening to my own podcast.
You love it. Oh, that is so funny. I can't stand it. Like, I cannot, like, 'cause all I do is like, oh my gosh, I sound so goofy. But it's
that's
what
me.
you have to do to grow at it. And what's even worse is having teenage daughters listen to it and critique you on it. Try that.
Oh, immediately no. Immediately won't be doing any of that.
Yeah.
That would be brutal.
Brutal.
I'll give you an easy one. What is your go-to Starbucks order?
It is a grande latte with oat milk and 2 pumps of vanilla.
Ooh, that sounds yummy.
What time did you wake up this morning?
Wake up or get up? I woke up at 6 and I got up at 6:35.
That's like almost the exact same answer that the last person we talked to.
Really?
True. So I'm going to say the same thing I said then, which is I love that for you.
In your opinion, what is the best kept secret to business success?
Community. I mean, it is all about the people that you have around you. And those of us, especially in the online world, that are trying to do it alone, there is no alone. And being in communities with other people who are a step ahead of you, who are, maybe just a little bit doing it a little bit differently or in a little bit different sector. There's just so much to learn. And there's so many really good people out there. I mean, there's also people that I've gotten burned by a little bit here and there. Like, you trust someone with an idea for your business, and next thing you know, they're implementing it in yours, and you're like, that was so familiar. But I mean, overall, I've just been amazed by the relationship that you can create with people online.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Yes, we love that answer, and not what I expected you to say. So I love it even more for that reason. What is one habit, activity, or trick that helps you self-regulate?
Oh, yoga, 100%. Like, if I am stressed, like, I know I need to go to yoga, or now it's beautiful outside, like taking a walk. I mean, but it really is stepping away. And one of the things that I've learned recently is it's stepping away for a complete break, because I am always trying to squeeze something into every spare minute. And so what I was doing for a long time is putting my AirPods in when I would go take a walk, and I would listen to a business podcast, because I'm a marketing dork and I love to listen to all things business. And you know what I realized is, like, it wasn't bringing my stress level down. So I've quit doing that. And it's hard. It's almost like you're breaking a habit, or whatever. It is breaking a habit. But to walk without anything in your ears it's just amazing, like the amount of anxiety it takes out of your body.
I could definitely learn this lesson. That's a great, that's a great answer. What are your dinner plans tonight?
My kids ask me that every day about this time, and I'm like, I don't know. What are you fixing? I'm like, I have no idea. No, you know what? Actually, though, I did go to Trader Joe's last night and I bought a bunch of stuff. And oh my gosh, I love Trader Joe's. And I do actually have chicken marinating. So we're going to do grilled chicken and a caprese salad and green beans. So I'm actually shocked. I never know what's for dinner, but today I do.
I'm
First
coming
of all,
over.
that's a great plan. And
That
second of
sounds
all,
delicious.
yeah, it's such a full, well-rounded meal. That's awesome. If you could donate $100,000 to any cause or charitable organization, where would you donate it?
Oh gosh. I wish that I had this off the top of my head. But it's really funny because literally yesterday I was just saying to my husband, because we donate small, I mean, not actually not super small, but we donate to different organizations. But it's like if I were to donate that one lump sum, I was actually saying to him, I'm like, hey, I feel like there needs to be a charity that we get behind. Now, don't all the charities like email and like all this, but like one that we suss out, that we have a huge desire for. But there's a few that we have donated to in the past. One of them is the birthday party project. It's out of Dallas, Texas. You guys are nodding, maybe you know it. And so it actually is an organization that goes into shelters and places where women take children to flee homes that are unsafe, and they throw birthday parties for the kids. And for a lot of these kids, it's the first birthday party that they've ever had. And so it's a really amazing organization. There's another organization called Seven More that's out of Houston. That's an organization that we have been involved with over the years pretty heavily. And they actually meet. So what happens when you get out of prison is there's like a big bus that comes to the bus station with these prisoners, and people on the outside actually know it's usually not a great part of town, Greyhound bus, right? And so there's people that know when these buses come, and they hang around the perimeters, because when somebody gets out of prison, a lot of times they don't have anybody coming to pick them up. They don't have anybody to support them. And they're all wearing, there's telltale signs that they're out of prison, right? And so they quickly get drawn back into it, because literally there will be people waiting to draw them back into their, hey, you need to make some money, because they don't have any money. So this organization goes and they meet the buses. They take them to a place so that they can change out of their, assigned garb, so that they then can't be recognized. They try to get them to wherever it is the next place they need to go in order to meet the parole officer, so that they're not messing up the minute that they step out of prison. They try to help them to start a new life.
Wow. Both of those are amazing. Like, I'll take my money. That's amazing.
I know. So
and
those are really great ones.
what a smart aunt. Yeah, those are great. Who lives in your household?
It is me and my husband Brandon, and my oldest, who is 15, Ellie, and then 13-year-old Addie, and then 9-year-old Stellan. He's my little guy. And then we have 2 dogs. We have Louie and Ollie. So it is a full household.
Okay, let's do one to finish off on. What is one of your proudest moments in your business?
Oh gosh, in my business, I mean, you know what? I'm going to go actually back to the very beginning, because, and I don't know, talk to me in another 5 years, maybe this will change, because I have some big things on the horizon. But when I stepped out to do my own business, I was in my 20s. This was like pre-Instagram social, when people could get out of college and figure out a way to make, a living online. And so when I quit my corporate job to start my business, everybody thought I was nuts. They're like, "You're going to do what?" And I'm like, "I have a client. Like, my bills are paid. What more do I need?" And I built it from there. And, I just did it without any hesitation, really. And so I'm so glad that I did that. And it has just led a direction for me that has worked so well with my life. And I was able to dial it back when I was in my, really busy mom years. And now that the kids are in school, I've been able to ramp it back up. And so it's just really served me well. And it's something that was definitely a game changer for my whole life.
That's a great answer, and good for you. Like I'm so
Yeah.
proud. I'm so proud of you. I think that's incredible.
I mean,
Anytime you leave corporate, it's so scary. Or leave some
yeah,
kind
it
of
is,
stable
right?
job to work for yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you did it.
Yay!
Was that hard?
No,
Did
it
you
was
think
so
it was hard?
fun. So fun. Yeah. I'm glad you
Good.
guys didn't like pull out, Trivial Pursuit or something because I would have failed miserably. But
Well, thank you so much for joining
yeah.
us.
So you guys are doing this both as an audio podcast and a YouTube podcast, or is it just
Totally separate. Great question. We do have both. So we have new videos on YouTube every Wednesday where we introduce our friends and people we look up to and think are awesome.
fun?
And on Tuesdays, we have a podcast episode that's just us. And we talk about kind of real talk of what it's like to be in business online and working from home and the things people don't understand and the bad advice people give. So hence why I jumped on your yes, we love to talk about this. So if you're watching, thank you so much for joining us and for meeting another awesome friend of ours. And please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And that way you will not miss our new videos every Wednesday. And don't forget to check out our podcast anywhere you like listening to podcasts. We are Big Brave Business. We'll see you next time.
See you soon.
Thanks, Sunny.
Thanks, guys. This was fun. Have a good rest of your day.